Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pro Podcast, and we are on the segment of motherhood. And today with me on set is a very beautiful lady. I'll let her introduce herself.
Nelly Monyangi.
Yes. So we're both moms. Fun fact, we were actually pregnant at around the same time, and our babies are just 2 weeks apart, and they're both boys. So tunawaitanga twins. What's something else for you that you didn't expect about being a mom?
The one thing I didn't expect about being a mom. Wow, let's see. I'm thinking about something that I haven't talked about before.
You've thought
So
of
the
something?
one thing I think that I didn't expect for me is lack of sleep. I know,
Yeah.
like, I know they said you want sleep, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
You're not sleeping.
Bad. Like, seriously, I have eye bags. Like, I'm just covered them up.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't sleep. I think the most I sleep at night nowadays, it gets worse. I don't think for me it's getting better. And then, like, when you're hanging out, so I went for this family gathering, like a dinner with friends, and they're training their kids how to sleep, like sleep training. By 8, the kids are asleep.
By 8?
Yeah, one of the
Must
kids
be nice.
is 4, the other one is like 1. The kids have been trained on how
A
to
1
sleep.
year old by...
Yeah,
Wow.
they just sleep. They just put them there. The baby sleeps. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with me? Right? 'Cause I fight with my baby to sleep,
Yeah.
right? And I barely get 2 hours a night. Like, I'm
Wow.
serious. Yeah, it's bad. And I'm thinking, okay, babies are supposed to sleep 11 hours. Mine is sleeping 4 hours when it's a good night, right?
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not doing this mothering thing right. I'm
Yeah.
doing something wrong because hey, it's bad.
By babies are different.
Bad,
I
yeah.
honestly think babies are just different.
It's
You either
bad.
just get a baby who sleeps or you just don't.
Yeah, because I went home and I was like so encouraged.
Yeah.
I'm like, today I'm starting sleep training. I'm doing
Yeah.
this thing. It's possible. It's doable.
Eh.
I got home and my baby showed me. I'm not those babies. I'm me. So yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Another thing straight from Kuza was, May didn't know that that's how they pima centimeters.
Oh,
Goodness.
stop.
Right? It's traumatizing. Someone should tell you. Someone really needs to tell. It's so bad.
It's so bad. Oh my god,
It's
it's
so
the worst
bad.
thing. I think that's the most. You feel so violated. Like, it's so. Every time I think about like. So I like my the first time after my first visit to the gyna,
Yeah.
I was like, I needed to go for another one, like just to talk about family planning and everything. Then I thought about that whole experience.
And you're like,
And I'm like, I'm not doing that, and I've not done that. And my baby is what? 1 and
a half.
Uh-huh.
1 and a half.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going
What?
for. I don't want. I still feel violated.
Trauma.
I'm not. The trauma is just.
The
no.
trauma is crazy.
I think that's even the reason why I'm like, am I ever going to be a mother again after this? Like, am I going to do the whole second born, whatever?
Have you forgotten?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
And
same.
I'm reminded every day when the baby doesn't sleep at night, like,
Yeah.
nah.
Are you sure?
I'm not doing this again. What? This is trauma. I'm traumatized.
Hey.
And most people don't want to talk about that. There's a lot of guilt, but
And the guilt.
I'm traumatized.
The guilt is a lot.
it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's too
like
much.
things you wouldn't. Of course, like, we are practical human beings. We don't expect to be with our babies like 24/7. But when you're not, you're feeling guilty.
You're feeling guilty.
The entire time you're just like, guy, I should probably be with him. He's just so sad now. Why am I abandoning my
Yeah.
child?
He hates me
Yeah, he
because I
probably.
just decided to go do my things instead of.
And it gets to you because it feels so real. Like you're thinking about these things. Or maybe it's just me as an overthinker. But for me, like I would think about them and I would feel so bad like it's already happened. I already know my baby hates me. You get, like, I would even cry just thinking because I'm feeling guilty.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's really, really bad.
It's really bad. Like, you just realize that maybe as a woman you were made to. Maybe that's why we are called nurturers. Maybe that's why we have guilt, because maybe we're not supposed to do other things once you become a mother.
Hey.
Maybe you're just supposed to stay at home.
Yeah,
Because why
maybe.
is it that when you leave, it
You feel
feels
so bad.
Even if you're just leaving to go to the salon, like you're
You're
leaving
just-
to
yeah.
go attend a function, you're just feeling so bad. Like you're not
Exactly.
supposed to leave that baby.
Or even if you're showering and your
Right?
baby is there on the door crying, you're
Even
feeling bad. Like,
you're showering, you know you have to shower, you know you have to go to the
Hey.
toilet, but your baby is crying
And you're
you're
feeling
so
bad.
You just want to go open the door and like, okay, fine,
exactly.
come.
Just come
Yeah,
come
just
sit here
come.
with me. It's okay.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
just I don't know, that is something I'll never understand. Yeah.
Speaking of now, like it's probably something we are supposed to do. If we are meant to be moms, we're meant to be moms. Like, do you think it's okay the way we normally leave our babies with like nannies?
Yeah, I just think I think like babies are very clingy. Like it's true, they're very clingy,
Yeah.
especially around their mothers. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe the nanny is the way to just detach them from you, pole pole. You know? Yeah, it might not. Maybe most people, if you have money, you can go do professional, someone who will train your kids and do all
Yeah.
the things that maybe our nannies maybe
Yeah.
can't. You know,
If
but
Mhm.
I think it's necessary. It's necessary, man, to detach.
Hey.
You need to teach your kids to detach from you. I feel like it's important for independence, even.
For the
Personally, I'm
independence.
pro be taken care of. It's a community. You know, if there's a way your kid can be brought up in a community, then it's good. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
think Western countries can do that. They don't have that
Yeah.
luxury. I have a friend who lives abroad and she's doing everything. It's hard. It's a lot. Mental health, man. You need to even for your own sanity, you
Sindio.
need someone else to do it. Maybe our parents, what used to happen, maybe they used to bring your mom brings their mom to stay, or your husband's mom, your
Yeah, and then
mother-in-law
they help you
to
out.
help you, or your siblings, something. But nannies help. It's just because they're paid
Okay.
help, but it's a way of your kid detaching from
Yeah,
you.
but normally, even Kitambo, the mom would still be around. Like, the mom would probably still be around the home doing just home things, just near the baby. Or if she has to move around, she moves around the baby. If you didn't have to work, if you had all the money, so you didn't have to
Go
just,
to work.
would you still go to work if you're
I would
with
find
a
a
baby?
way of finding things to do so that the baby actually learns to stay away from me a bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
You'd still,
I really think the biggest problem is that attachment. It's too much. I don't know. I feel like you understand because you're a mom. You need to be a mom to get it. It's too much. The more you're there, the more
they just act.
like
Kwanzaa, the way they act.
I spent a week with my baby. I was on leave and I spent a week with my baby, and after that week it was hard to leave. You know, like
Yeah.
it's like we'd gone back to zero. You know, that you've trained him like, okay, I'm not here from this time to this time. So he knows when you see me off at the gate, I tell you bye, come back, you know I've left. So
Yeah.
you're fine. You're independent, you don't cry, you're fine. Now, after that 1 week, living was hard. It's like we'd gone back to day one.
Yeah.
You know?
Because of the clinginess.
Yeah. So it's necessary. It's necessary
Outside of the clinginess, does it get exhausting?
to be there always.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. Again, I said for your sanity. As a woman,
Yeah.
you need
For
to
your
know how
sanity.
to find a way to be helped. You need to be helped. You need to be helped. It's a
Sindio.
lot. Yeah.
It can get very
Yeah.
exhausting.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But most people even say how you should want to be with your baby all the time. You should really just like, it's good for them. It's good for the baby. And you have to prioritize the baby's needs over your own needs. Do you feel like, by the way, we need to prioritize baby's needs above yourself as a mom?
No, that's like a toxic relationship.
Really?
Sorry. It's like a toxic relationship because, yes, fine, you're tiny, you can take care of yourself, you're helpless, right? I understand that. I need to be there for you fully, completely. But again, come on, man. Like, relationships need to be... I don't think so. I think you also need to... For you to take care of someone else, you have to you have to be okay.
You have to take care of yourself first.
Yeah. Again, going back, have you been in a relationship where like your partner is there all the time? They're like when you leave, they're where have you gone? Or maybe they're even tracking your phone or your there are people in such relationships,
But it's
a lot. You feel
it's a lot.
suffocated. Now just imagine. This is your baby, but I'm just trying to use the example of a partner. So like this person, you can't even go to the toilet. Like seriously, you can't even shower. They're there. Like me, sometimes. Yeah. On Sundays, Sundays the whole day I'm with my baby. Sometimes I can't go to the toilet to pee, so I have to carry him, right? Yeah. And we get into the toilet, and then I sit in the toilet, like I sit him here. So I pee. It's a lot. A human being should be able to have privacy. Personal space. Personal space. I'm like, yes, you're my baby. I love you. Yeah. But no, this is too toxic. Come on.
It's toxic.
It's toxic. I need to actually go to the. Sometimes I'm like, is my baby supposed to see me like this though, right?
Yeah, like is it not big? Yeah, we've had a conversation. Yeah, this was about the shower because you were showering and just placing him next.
There and like let me shower because if I close the door, you'll start screaming, right? So sit there, but
now like is he too grown? Are they too grown?
I just
is 1.5 too big?
Yeah, for him to sit there and watch me showering. It's like I don't know.
Really?
So, yeah, but I don't know. But it's just uncomfortable. The whole thing is uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah, also because they're boys.
Yeah, they're boys.
It's different.
Yeah, and when I say this, like I tell this to my partner. I think he maybe judges. I'm not sure, but I feel like he judges. Like I don't think men understand. Yeah. That feeling of they don't.
I don't think they do either.
Like I feel like he judges me when I say things like, I need my space, man. Like I need my space.
But napata space yake. Like why?
I don't think they understand. I think they feel like, why are you saying this?
Yeah. Ata mimi, like when we are leaving and then now my baby is crying. Like I really want to go back and just hold him for a bit longer so that we can go. And then he doesn't understand. He's like, but you need to go. Like he'll be fine. Like he's just going to cry like this for a few minutes, and you don't understand. It feels so
it's such
bad.
A weird feeling, and I don't know. Anyway,
but fathers in the comment section, mtuambie, do you guys feel this mom guilt or dad guilt now in that case?
Do they have dad guilt?
Yes, and other moms, like how bad is it for you? Let us know in the comment section, of course.
Yeah, but I think maybe dads, their guilt is if you stay away for a week.
Really?
Maybe then they'll feel it. They'll be, hey. Maybe even their mothers who don't feel it, but I don't.
Also, I doubt.
I doubt it.
Never met one who doesn't. But how do you know? Maybe it becomes a point. But now imagine, kwanza in the ninis of Kitambo, you've had 12 kids or 15. Are you still gonna be feeling that mom guilt for the 15th child? Really? It's unlikely.
Just like let your siblings take care of you.
Hey.
You can never know until you experience these things, I think.
It's so different. Like, in as much as, someone can tell you what to expect about being a mom, blah, 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 but you literally have to be there. No, like, you can't understand it until you even experience it. The same thing with, like, labor pains. Like, it doesn't matter how much someone tries to explain. You just have to go through it yourself.
To understand.
To really, really understand. And now that our babies are actually, like, around the same age, yet they experience milestones, like, differently, kabisa.
Yeah, like my baby started walking fast.
Your baby started walking fast, and I was very concerned.
Your baby.
I was like, I said that every time. Oh, is he walking? No, he's not walking yet. Please don't ask me again. But then, and then you have to share your milestone with me, and I'm so happy for Tavi. Of course, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Tavi. But the back of my mind is also,
what is wrong with us?
Right?
I know. Like for instance, Asen can count. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can count. I'm like, Tavi cannot even count even one. I'm like, oh my God.
Babies are so different. They're so different. Man, So, do you ever feel the need to compare?
Yeah, it's very there. It's something you can't resist.
You can't help.
And then you see, then now you start realizing where your parents used to even compare you with your siblings.
Right.
You're like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
already doing it. And it's not even a sibling, it's another
Yeah,
baby.
it's just another baby.
So like every time, like I hang out with the parent whose kid is doing this thing, I go home and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, this
Yeah,
is
mtoto wake amefika kilo 10.
No, mine can't even move kgs. We are literally
Right?
struggling.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you guys are already doing this. Sisi bado.
Sisi bado.
Yeah, you of course you want to, you're happy for the person.
Yeah, but
then
you're
at the
worried
back
for
of your
yourself.
mind, you're very worried.
You're worried for your side of
Right?
things. You're like, yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Or,
Can I
yeah.
do something
Can I
better?
do something? Should I maybe increase maybe screen time so that
Yeah,
the baby
or
does
even
this thing?
reduce.
Or reduce? What is it?
Like, am I not pushing hard enough?
Yeah, am I not? What is happening? My baby, we are seeing, we are eating, but there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing happening.
I remember when your baby was walking, when Tavi was walking, you were telling me how, for babies it's just a confidence thing. As in, of course, I know you're talking from your experience. And you're like, oh, for a baby it's just a confidence thing. Once he's confident enough to walk, he'll be good. But then I'm like, maybe I'm not giving my baby enough confidence
for him
like,
to
maybe I don't believe in him enough.
Okay.
Like, is that the problem? But babies are just different.
They're so
They'll
different.
just experience milestones.
Yeah, and you see, ours is more out there because they're the same age.
Yeah.
So you expect like things to happen like the
At
same amount of time.
Yeah,
Like
but
the
they
same,
don't.
But they don't.
They really don't.
don't.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Babies are just different. Like completely different.
Totally. I don't think people should compare, but I know it's
You can't help it. I
You can't
think
help it, but they shouldn't.
Yeah, okay, but now what can you do?
Can't help it.
We can't tell people to do something at home.
Umeshindwa kufanya.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's just interesting. But were we comparing our pregnancies as well?
No.
That one we didn't. It's
No,
just
we
the
didn't.
babies, right?
Yeah, pregnancy
Somehow.
we didn't. Pregnancy was just
Another thing
yeah.
that we should have been told, Adula is just a scam.
Ah,
Don't waste your money.
don't waste your money, please.
Oh.
But it's true. That was
We
a
had-
total waste of money,
Right?
though.
Like, did you remember those
I didn't
things?
remember anything.
At that time,
I didn't even go.
God,
That was horrible.
my
But maybe
goodness.
she did help you. Maybe.
No, I
Like,
didn't remember those things.
The exercises you did.
But were they
last
helpful?
Time, maybe they helped the turning. I don't know.
I don't
maybe.
think I
You
don't think so. I think the pain is just on another level.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
remember to breathe.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
like,
because
to breathe.
me, I'm imagining if the doula was there. Now I need you to see. I would be so pissed.
Pissed at her for
Eh.
saying such things.
Hey,
Yeah.
now I could concentrate. You just can't. You just cannot.
You just
Oh, for those of you who don't know, a doula is basically someone who trains you for giving birth. So, they come like, I guess when you're almost due, some people choose to, we had ours at 8 months? Yeah. So you can have it earlier, a bit earlier or whatever, but you can, whatever time, just before you give birth. And then they give you training on the exercises you can do to make labor easy,
Yeah.
or even the things you can eat. Oh, but I
also
think she gave us,
lactation.
yeah.
They teach you on lactation and how to
Yeah, so whatever exercise you can do, what to eat, just what to prepare for, how birth is like. They give you tips on lactation, of course. And then also they offer a service like you can have them there with you as
you're
your what
laboring.
was it? A
Assist-
labor partner, birth assistant?
but I don't even know. Just
I don't even know. But I wonder, even their presence there.
like if you don't have, if maybe your husband is too scared to get into the labor room, she can be there with you.
Did your husband get in the labor room with you?
Did I labor
Oh,
long
okay,
enough
not-
for him to be there? No, but yeah, he was there.
Like when you
first
were
part,
giving birth,
yeah, the
that
first
is.
part. No, when I was giving, I went,
Oh, he couldn't?
I went first. Yes, that's not possible.
Oh, they don't allow?
No,
Kabisa?
they don't allow. They
Oh,
just
I
let
just seen
they just let them stand like outside the surgery room, just outside.
Oh, but
they'll
can he see through?
No, but then they receive they're the ones the first people will receive,
To
the,
receive
baby
the baby
even
Aw,
before you.
It must be nice. It must be nice. But me, I don't think I would want that. Like knowing what I know now,
You wouldn't want
I-
your husband in the labor room?
Nope.
Did he get in?
He during labor he was there, but when giving birth, no, he wasn't. But he was there, but he was panicked even more than, like, he wasn't even talking. Now he was just frozen because he's like, now what can I do? You get.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's so traumatizing for them.
Yeah.
It's so
they shouldn't- they
traumatizing for
shouldn't
them.
be
Yeah,
there.
they'd rather not. It's not as romantic as
As
the
the
movies make it seem
to be.
yeah, it's not as romantic, man. Kwanza the nini, the way the movies made it seem like now you'll just be there, you're all going through it together, as in
They're
you're
holding your
having
hand.
like it's this
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong.
When the baby comes.
Yeah, it is nice,
Not during
but
the-
yeah, not during the labor is
no.
not nice. It's not. You're almost dying, man. You're literally just tasting death. It's not.
It's
So
not-
there's
it's
no
not-
room for romance.
Yeah,
there's
no
really no room
room
for
for
romance
romance,
at all.
So, like, something else that most people don't really know about motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the whole thing at the community? Bring
Ha!
the baby. We shall take care of the baby. All those things you're told during the baby shower. Oh, we'll be there for you.
Yeah,
We
you will just rest.
Yeah,
We'll
you
just
will just
hold the
come and hold the
baby.
baby. I
You're
have
really on your own.
you're doing it on your own. So when you decide to become a mother, just be sure
Yeah.
you're ready.
You'll have
to become a-
guests, but
Guests will come
you'll have
and
to
go.
cater to them, Kwanzaa. Half the time, as in they'll say at the baby shower that they'll come to cater to you. No, they won't. You'll have to come and cater to them. You'll have to serve them some tea. You'll have to entertain them. No one is coming at
know.
it to hold your
No
baby.
one is even coming to
Okay,
at
they'll
least after
hold.
the first week.
Yeah.
No one is really coming to help. Just know you're alone. You're going to do this alone. You'll be waking up at night.
Yeah, you're just
alone.
Like
And I
they
mean it
won't-
alone.
Yeah.
And then doing the whole thing alone. So don't expect anyone to.
But they show up, they show up like now to see the baby like during the day. On the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and then now Monday to Friday. Uko tu peke yako. But it can get so lonely.
show up,
I
not
thought I
really.
felt like it
I feel
felt
like everyone
so
just-
lonely because me personally, I went into the experience expecting a lot of support. Like I thought, I even thought like someone would come and even just like daily make sure they're there with me to tell me what to do, to tell me you get like just give me advice or help me out. And that happens like okay, for the first few days you'll get visitors, of course, but after like no one is coming.
No, personally, you know what I think? Everyone comes once. Like everyone will come once, hold
Yeah.
the baby, and that's it. That is not support. You just come, hold the baby, go. That's
Yeah.
not support. Me, the only support I would say I've received is just like from other moms. Like, and it's not like they're there. It's more like
Hey,
you
like you
have
can call
you
for
can
advice.
call ama you have the same experiences. So like you maybe social media when you're scrolling through, you'll be like, oh my god, I'm not the only one experiencing this,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, or when you're in a group of moms, people are talking about the experiences, and they're like, oh, so that's normal. That's the support I will say I have received, but not the support of people come home and hold the baby. Nah,
Yeah,
I've done that
doesn't
alone.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, that one you just have to go through it
Yeah,
alone.
alone, yeah, so.
Plus I guess like people are adulting.
Everyone
just
have-
adulting.
Everyone has their own
a life.
problems.
Yeah.
No one wants to come
Yeah, no
there.
one's going to come to your house every
Exactly,
day to take care of your-
Everyone has their own life. They have their own
Yeah.
problems. They have their own babies.
Yeah, and then a baby is like a lifelong commitment.
Yeah.
Now, would you expect people there until now?
No, exactly.
So it's
the
not a
whole
one-day thing. It's
thing.
not that one day people can come and show you. So to some extent, yeah, I understand. People have their own things,
things,
going
yeah.
on as well.
You don't expect.
But,
I don't know why people
eh,
expect the
I don't-
community. Why do
same.
people expect? Because it's not. It can't happen.
It's not
Cannot
practical
happen.
at
It's
all.
not
It's
practical,
not.
yeah.
But it can get lonely, Pia.
Right?
It can get very lonely.
It's so lonely.
Eh.
Man. Yeah.
Because
And
now
then
you're with this person who
you
can't even
take it
talk,
back.
who can't. Yeah, you can't
Take
take
it back. It's permanent. Like, yeah. Like my hubby keeps telling me, oh, you know this person is not going anywhere, right?
Imagine
They're here
nowhere.
to stay. Like forever.
Absolutely nowhere. Like you can't just go go about your day as yourself and just
never.
not call home and not
Yeah.
do anything
Never.
and just
Never.
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 Now you have this person to
all
take
your
care of.
decisions, you have to involve that person.
Imagine.
Whatever you do, you have to see how that
Factor
person
them
fits in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't move on with your. It's different. It's so different.
Or
than-
something else, I will say, I will advise mothers, especially new mothers,
Yeah.
travel with your baby before one. Seriously. Like, that's
Yeah.
something I will never have known. I used to think it's hectic, traveling with a small baby,
Yeah.
but especially if you're breastfeeding.
Yes.
Please travel with your
If
baby
you're
before
breastfeeding.
actually even before 6 months.
Yeah, see, before 6 months when they're exclusively breastfeeding.
Travel. If you want to travel,
Otherwise,
otherwise you might never be able to travel.
nakwambia, you have to walk around with a million things. You have
Bottles.
thermos. You need hot water to warm his food, like. And then kwanza that, like, after 6 months now, around 7, 8, 9, when they're just eating like every 2 hours, they're eating something. Every 2 hours, they're eating something. You have to stop. Kwanza, if you're traveling by road, you have to just stop somewhere, find some warm water to warm
the baby food.
You have to have a blender
wherever
you're going.
If you're going to Shago, mali, hakuna hata blender, hata steamer. Find out.
But unajua, okay, it's not a must. Like, they can use a sieve.
But still,
that's a lot of
just
work.
a lot of work. So just travel before 6 months when you're the food.
Yeah.
Like, you are the food. It's you who's eating.
Exactly. So you just take care of yourself, leave them, they sleep, they wake up,
exactly.
you move on. It's so easy.
If I knew that, I would have traveled. I remember I used to be asked, do you want to go somewhere? I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
But I wish I knew.
You know, at 6 months, maybe hata uja adjust vizuri. That's the problem.
That's
maybe
the problem.
you're not even healed fully.
Yeah.
You're not even so used to. You just want to be in your space somehow.
It's
you want to be in your space. It's more comfortable. The holiday would have been nice, but now you're thinking about, hey, now I have to wash this baby with this water that they've never used. I have to.
God,
yes. What if they get a reaction? What if this oil that was used to cook this? Okay, then they're not eating. But you'll worry about a lot more things.
But traveling is hard after 1 year.
Temperature.
It's temperature.
That's a thing I didn't know affects babies. Apparently, when they travel to a different location, they just become sick because they're not used to the environment. So it can be hectic, Pia. It can be.
Very.
But it's easier. For you.
It's easier. I'm telling you, it's way easier. After 1 year, everything is just no.
Because they're running around.
They're everywhere. You are running after them. You can't even have a proper meal. You're busy chasing them. Yeah, it's hectic.
You can't. Have you finished a meal ever since your baby started eating too?
Finished a meal. I only finish a meal when I'm not at home.
Sindio, that's the only time you can. Otherwise, your food is already too cold.
You get annoyed with the food.
Man, it's a lot. But it's still beautiful. These people are so cute.
So they're so cute.
Right.
That's how people decide on number 2s or 3s or 4s.
That's what convinces you. Otherwise, why would you go back?
Why?
Why would you want to go through that again?
Why would you want to go back to that? After sleepless nights, you haven't slept for 2 years or so. Then you decide to do yourself that again. You're like, oh.
And if you think about the pregnancy itself, you feel sick from day one to the last. You're just sick. Yeah, you remember we even just decided, okay, this is just the new normal. Now. This is just how we are.
We will just always be sick and it's okay.
How has being a mom and going through all these challenges and good moments too made you feel about your mom? Is it any different?
Yeah. I think now I would say I'm closer to my mom now.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Than I used to be. I never used to be close to my mom like that, My mom is a bit laid off. Her personality is laid off, She's one of those people who are like, I'm going to call you. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think since I had a baby, we are closer now. Like, I talk to her more.
Yeah.
I call her a lot. I think I understand her now. I understand everything.
Right?
Understand everything. Understand why she did the things she did, how she used to behave. Understand why she even beating us up,
Yeah.
Like you get, let me tell you, this little human will test you to the limit, Understand that need to carry slippers and hit, whatever
you can get
remember,
angry.
They used to just carry kimwiko, anything.
Unachunwa tu, unasikia tu mkono.
Unasikia tu my mom even used to do this thing where she just holds your hand and bites. Like, when she's angry.
Damn.
But I actually understand her because this person can drive you nuts. It's like they're testing your love, like how far can I push it?
Right? May I appreciate her even way more. It's so hard. Like, motherhood is a lot more difficult than I thought. It's very hard. So I really appreciate her even more. Hata mimi, I wasn't very close with my mom. Kwanza tulivurugana sana when I was young. But now we're becoming closer. It's such a vicious cycle.
Yeah, it
You
is.
just become your parents.
You become your parents.
In what way do you feel like you're like your mom?
In what ways am I like my mom? That's a hard one. Let me see. I think the way she feels, I can't explain it, but I just know I feel the way she feels about kids. I think their generation, maybe they couldn't express themselves much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But as we can. So whatever I talk about, I think if she had the opportunity to express herself, she would say exactly what I'm saying. I just know it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The way I talk about motherhood, like the way it is.
Just the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth.
No
Like it's not
sugarcoating.
easy. It's very hard, you know?
Yeah.
And as a woman, you don't... Sometimes you lose yourself in it. Yeah.
But I'm wondering, how can you not lose yourself in motherhood? How can you not?
There are people who don't, I think. The people are still very... Maybe they look like they're hacking it. You know, like they're not struggling. I don't know.
But maybe that's even just outward, because it's hard.
So?
I think so, because okay, not lose yourself in a terrible way, but like you have to become someone different. Like you become a totally different person. Your beliefs change. The way you even view the world changes. Kabisa. Your priorities change. Like, so you can't be who you are before you are a mom. So in that sense, I think you lose yourself in that sense, because you have to change. Like you have to become a different person for you to even, I don't know, it's just natural, I guess.
Yeah.
It just happens naturally. You just pattern yourself, now you're this person. And now instead of using all this energy to now just try and I want to go back to who I was, and maybe just embrace the ways in which you've changed. Yeah, because sometimes they're for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just embrace it, and if there's parts of you that are still there that you still like and you still enjoy, just still do them, but it's okay to be a different person. It's totally okay.
How are you like your mom?
How am I like my mom? I'm a very worrisome and fearful mom. Like I feel like everything is a risk. I can be very, very worried. But that's every mom.
No,
anyway.
That's every mom, but I get it. I get it. But that's every mom. Yeah. But some are more extreme. But I get it.
Sindio? Some are actually more extreme.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it to your friends and other moms as well. And dads too, so mjue what we are going through. Until next time, bye.